We'll still own the airports. That's the message coming from the Virgin Islands Port Authority as it moves to seek private investors to expand and modernize the main airports on St. Thomas and St. Croix. In August, VIPA's board had authorized Executive Director Dowe to explore the possibility of a public-private partnership to expand and modernize the Cyril E. King and Henry E. Rolson airports. Last Wednesday, the board gave Dowe formal approval to move ahead with the projects.
We have a request for qualifications going out by the end of in December. By then we after that we do a request, RFP, a request for proposal, and then once we do that, we will be looking for companies who have the wherewithal to put up all the financing to do the project, and we would then enter into some agreement with them to operate, manage. So we'll be listening to them. But what we want to make abundantly clear, the Virgin Islands Port Authority retains full ownership of both airports.
Speaking to the consortium, Dowe noted that no major renovations had been done since the airports were built some 30 years ago. The upcoming construction, which is expected to start within the next 2.5 years, will ease congestion at both facilities and allow for more passenger throughput. The companies which secure the PPP contracts will receive, in exchange for the capital investment in upgrading the airports, the right to operate the facilities, collecting various fees from travelers and leasing out commercial space for an agreed-upon timeframe. VIPA says the final form of the reconstruction and remodeling exercises will be open to the ideas of the bidding companies, but that the authority already had a good handle on what is needed based on ongoing feedback from the traveling public who use the existing facilities.
There will be future meetings in the public sphere, but we already, for operating the facility, we already know what some of those basic needs are, straight up. We get it every day. You know, we know the conditions. People have to come here 3 to 4 hours early to go through customs. The congestion down there. You know, we use scares for people to deplane. You know, so we know what the basic things are. Some there, way back when there's been some research done by some consultants, did some data exit polling from people that travel to the airport. So we have a good grip on what we'll do, but the public will be informed step by step, you know, where we're going and what our intentions are. Prior to what you see now today in terms of what the board authorized us to do. Prior to that, we met with all stakeholders, which means airlines, the FAA, which is the federal regulator for our airports. We met with the senators of the territory. We met with our delegate at large, which represents us in Washington. We met with the governor of the Virgin Islands. So all of our public officials had been formally notified as to what the port's intentions were.
To address the aforementioned, the new airports are expected to include jet bridges, second-floor departure lounges, and additional concessions. Dowe anticipates that project costs could run into the hundreds of millions, although at this early stage there is no price affixed to either airport renovation project.